Hello and welcome back to the cesspool and welcome back to more Luigi's Mansion. And we are back at this wonderful door after meeting with EGAD, getting the Poltergust 3000, clearing our first few rooms, finding out Mario is nowhere to be found. He could be missing, he could be dead, he could be one of the ghosts, we don't know. But we can only find out by pressing forward or getting interrupted by video chat on the Game Boy Color? Okay, that isn't something we had until, like, the DSi. Well, no, we couldn't even do that on, like, the DSi. We didn't technically have video chat on a Nintendo property until the Wii U. Nintendo in 2001. It's me, Professor EGAD. I detected spirits stronger than we've seen yet lurking ahead. I think it must be some of those escaped gallery ghosts. Oh, I forgot that was also something that happened. I'm really good at this whole Let's Playing thing. You should know that they're really different from the other ghosts you've seen so far. They don't show their hearts very easily. Nope, not at all. When you find one, you should first use the X button to search for its heart for clues. Sometimes you can learn the best way to surprise them. Well, Luigi, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you. Don't worry, EGAD. We're basically professionals. I mean, come on. It's not like we get distracted by money. Money room. So, that is one of many traps in the game. The fake doors are one of the most frequent, and if you don't know what you're looking for, one of the most annoying. I am actually looking for a heart, because I wanted to show that, but I didn't want to... Alright, whatever, fine. We'll just go into this without that. So, there are a few ways to tell if your door is a fake or a real one. The most obvious one is, does it have a mat? If the door does not have a mat under it, it is a fake door. The other way to tell is, if the door is real, it shakes when you try to suck it up. If it is fake, it will not. Also, we got these little mice ghosts on the ceiling and on the floor. Good for them. But one door that we can enter is this one. And we head into the study. And the study will show us two new types of ghosts. Okay, got some books flying around. The study will reveal two new types of ghosts. One very similar to the Speedy Spirit, but not at the same time. And the other one is our good buddy Neville right here. And he is the first boss ghost of the game. And as you see, he yawned there and his heart appeared. So that right there is the indicator. That is when we need to shine our light at him. But before we do any of that, there is a lot of things to do in this room. The first thing we want to do is, well, actually, if we want to, we could read these books. Ghost mice are drawn to darkness as real mice are drawn to cheese. In the dark, they shine gold with contentment. Sorry, I must try to get close to one before the lights come on. See Parmesan. Okay, wow. Okay, wow. So, yeah, you have all these funny books that you could read if you want. Some of them are a little helpful just on, like, general game info. So you can come back and read these whenever you want. But what we want to do here is we're looking at this chair. We're going to go in the first person mode. And, hey, look at that. It's a block of cheese. It's not Parmesan, but it is cheese. We're going to inspect it. And a ghost mouse is going to appear. Not anyone, but a golden mouse. And when we suck that up, well, it just gives us even more money than that Speedy Spirit did. And a emerald, which is our first gem. Gems obviously, you know, result in a lot of money. That makes sense. So that's pretty cool. And the next thing we want to do, which is going to give us even more money, we're going to inspect the chair. And there's a Speedy Spirit in there. And look at that, it's a ruby. We're just really rolling in with the money now. Beautiful, wonderful, very good. So, we can inspect the desk a little bit. We can look around here, but no, let's not beat around the bush. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's suck him up. He's got 100 health. Every boss ghost in the game has 100 health, except for one, well, two actually, which we will see later. But the majority of these guys are going to have 100 health. Most of them will have gimmicks. Since this is the first one, he really doesn't. Pretty simple boss. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. But for people who are not as inclined with the controls, it could be a little difficult. And as we saw, Neville dropped pearls when we sucked him up. All of the boss ghosts, except for a few, drop these pearls. And if you get if you get him down, I believe it's 85 or 90 health in one suction, you get a big pearl, which equates to the most amount of money. And it will also help you in how much or the grade that you get for the boss fight, because you are graded on the boss fights as well. We got a new key. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Moving on to another room. Another room. Another day. Another ghost. I can't really say dollar, although there are a lot of dollars here. And now we are in the master bedroom. Who could possibly be inhabiting the master bedroom, you may ask? Well, the wife of Neville, of course, Lydia. We will get to the gimmick of her fight in a moment. But first we're going to look around, grab a gold bar, pretty cool. We're going to suck on the fan blade here, get that spinning. Alright, this is taking longer than I thought. There we go. Just money just sitting up there. It's like collecting like dust bunnies on the top of that fan. So, Lydia. The way she is very beauty oriented, clearly. Very beauty obsessed. She's staring at that window. Or staring at that mirror. See, the wind is blowing through these curtains. We can blow them out of the way here. And if we blow this one out of the way, or suck that one out of the way, Lydia does not really like that because that messes up her hair. We can't have that. No, 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 no. So she'll close that. And then she'll just sit back down. So what we want to do is when we do that, she will say, "Oh, what a draft." And then we will suck her up. Now, this fight is a little bit more difficult. Reason for that being, there's a little bit more going on in this room. And I believe, yep, she drops a poison mushroom, which will totally mess you up. You got to be careful to avoid that. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was a little worried about catching, or getting stuck with that poison mushroom, I gotta say. You see the toad out there on the balcony that we were just on before. Or we weren't just on it, but you know. He's right out there. He's cheering us on. Cheering on Luigi. You can't see him that. Well, sure, okay, whatever. And that's all for Lydia. Lydia's fight, a little bit more difficult than Neville's in my opinion, but still fairly simple. We're really cruising through these rooms. I wonder who's next. We got the dad, we got the husband, we got the wife. And now it's time for the baby. Mario. Actually, Luigi's the baby brother. That doesn't make any sense. Right, here we go. I'm going to head on in. That one gave us a whole cutscene, though, so the baby must be a bit of a troublemaker, maybe. Maybe he was locked in the room for a reason. So now we have entered the nursery. I don't know why the parents are just leaving the nursery just full of money. I don't know. They leave friggin' money everywhere in this house. You have to leave it on the lampshades. Why not? So, this is Chauncey, the baby of the family, clearly. And Chauncey is an interesting fight. But before we do that, if you have lost any significant amount of health, I highly recommend checking this. Oh, not leaving. I highly recommend checking this dresser, because it has a 50 plus heart. That'll plenish 50 health points. But how we want to engage with Chauncey here is we're going to suck on his toy horse. Rocking horse, whatever. See what he has to say. Hey, you want to play with me? That's just the toad voice, isn't it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got these bears that he's going to throw at us. We can suck them up. I'm going to grab this ball. Bam! Hit him right in the face. Officer, it wasn't child abuse, I swear. I know there's video footage. It wasn't. Trust me. Ow, you gave me an owie. I just wanted to play with you. I hate grown-ups. Why do you have to be bigger than me? I've had enough. Small, now grow smaller. Small, itsy tiny. Wee goo ga goo ga ga. Now that is a lot more horses than you probably need, Chauncey. Also, you are much larger now. Probably the most legitimately scary thing in the game is that cry. It's pretty terrifying, I'll be totally honest. So he's gonna throw these horses at us. Pretty easy to dodge. Chauncey is the first area boss ghost, the real boss ghost. Lydia and Neville are kind of mini bosses, and there's a lot of them. They all have their own unique personalities, but so do the area boss ghosts like Chauncey here. He's got 100 health just like the rest, but Chauncey will not allow us to, well, for one thing, try to suck him up in one hit. Another thing is he will definitely not allow us to, he doesn't have any pearls, obviously. That is the thing about area boss ghosts. They do not have any pearls, and they basically make it impossible for you to suck them up in one hit. Although we got a pretty good chunk of health off of him, gotta say. And when those balls appear, there will be a... Oh, that was actually pretty close. Alright, when those balls appear, most of them will, like, be fake, but there's one that will be real. And that is the one you want to look for. And then you want to pop him in the face again, like I just did before. I didn't really explain that very well. And he's gonna really drag you. Oh, well, let's see. 2. Damn it. Alright, he's on like 7 health. Yeah. Quit your crying. He's gonna do this whole like body slam thing here. It's like, I guess he can't crawl. He doesn't technically have any legs. What do you got? Give me your best shot, Chauncey. Nerd. Okay. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Should be it, hopefully. 7 health remaining. I would really hope so. Here it is. Ha-ha! There it is. And he's done. He is done. And the lights have turned on. Lost no health in that fight. And we achieve the heart key. Luigi. Luigi, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness you're okay. I lost contact with you all of a sudden. I was a tad worried. You seem to be a bit tuckered out after that long battle, don't you? Not really. Why don't you come on back to the lab? When you vacuum a boss ghost, your Poltergust 3000 gets pretty much full to the bursting. But ho-ho, I guess you showed that boss ghost who's boss. I see what you did there, egad. Alright, let's head back to the lab. Good job, Luigi. You made it back in one piece. Take a gander at this. This fine piece of work took nearly 20 years to develop. I call it the Ghost Portrificationizer. This machine lets you turn the ghosts you catch into paintings. Not only that, it works in reverse, too. How do we use it, you ask? Well, it's simple. Just plug that Poltergust 3000 into that slot and enjoy the ride, my boy. Okay, egad, whatever you say, man. Oh, yeah. The ghosts are invisible, so we need to press them into visible forms. I mean, they weren't really invisible. We kind of saw them, and presto, turn them into beautiful ghosts. So as we can see, there are the frames here are all, I believe they're all gold. Yeah, so the frames are basically the grading of the boss fight. So depending on how well you did in the fight, how much damage you took, how many suctions it took for you to suck up the ghost. That will determine the grade of the fight. It will also determine the actual picture. There are 3 types depending on the grade that you get. Well, we managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi. Since I was able to actually get all golds here, which is first, well, we get all of the most intricate, most interesting frames and painting, the actual like artwork inside. All unique artwork depending on the there's 3 versions basically, depending on the grade that you get. You've caught a total of 3 ghosts. Look at this cat. Luigi is really rolling in the dough, I gotta say. I'm a little jealous of the guy. I mean, he already won the house. I already mentioned, just liquidate the damn place. But $8 million, I don't know. I think the house is worth less than $8 million, even if you liquidate it. Alright, let's save. And see, now we have reached Area 2 in terms of the story progression. Well, will you go, Luigi? Well, I guess we're going back to the mansion. Careful now. Yeah, I will try. We don't need to see that cutscene again. It's the same one. So, now that we are here... we have unlocked the barbed wire, the thorns, whatever, into Area 2, which I think we'll leave for the next episode. So, with that in mind, in the next episode, we will carry on to Area 2. See you guys then.